Muscle girls. Muscle truckers. Women take down highway corruption. Sabotage and strength. Highway on their terms. The rumble of engines and the smell of diesel filled the air as the convoy of 5 glittering semi-trucks roared through the flat expanse of an Arizona highway. Each rig bore the emblem of Iron Sisters Logistics, a fledgling company that had managed to stir up the dusty old-world trucking industry with its audacious blend of strength, determination, and muscle. Literally. Inside the cab of the lead truck, a woman named Carla Steele Donovan adjusted her sunglasses, the sun reflecting off her bronzed, muscular arm as she gripped the wheel. Carla had been the brainchild behind Iron Sisters. A former bodybuilding champion turned long-haul trucker, she'd grown tired of the industry's dismissive attitudes toward women and its disregard for physical and mental health. Over a late-night diner conversation 2 years ago, she'd pitched her crazy idea to 4 other women she'd met through a local truckers network. To her surprise, they'd all said yes. "Steele, you got your ears on?" crackled the voice of Maria Hurricane Garcia over the CB radio. Maria, riding in the truck behind her, was a powerhouse of charisma and grit. Her background in martial arts made her a natural enforcer when things got dicey on the road. Carla chuckled and pressed the button. "Always, Hurricane. What's the word?" "We're clear for now, but I've got a feeling. The delivery for McAllister's been too quiet." Maria's voice carried a note of unease. She wasn't wrong. Their recent contract had come with whispers of sabotage from competing companies. Behind Maria's rig was Linda Tank Henderson, an ex-military logistics expert with the shoulders of a linebacker and the patience of a saint. Following her were Nina Phoenix Morales, a fiery spirit with a knack for engineering, and Jess Shadow Leung, a quiet strategist with sharp instincts honed from years in corporate transport. Together, they weren't just truckers, they were a movement. Iron Sisters didn't just haul goods, they hauled with purpose. At every stop, they rolled out portable gym equipment, inviting other drivers to join their impromptu workouts. Squats and deadlifts on truck stop pavement became viral sensations, inspiring thousands of others in the industry to rethink their health. But not everyone appreciated their disruption. The trouble began that evening at a truck stop just outside Flagstaff. The women had parked their rigs in a neat row, unloading their equipment for the usual training session. Drivers from neighboring trucks lingered, watching with a mix of curiosity and awe as the Iron Sisters moved through their routine. Carla was spotting Maria on the bench press when a commotion erupted near the diner. A group of burly men, clad in the uniform of Titan Freight Company, was heading their way. Titan was one of the oldest names in the business, notorious for their cutthroat practices. At their center was a man named Rick Halper, a regional manager with a reputation for dirty tactics. "Well, if it isn't the Iron Barbies," Rick sneered. Maria sat up from the bench press, her eyes narrowing. "You lost, Rick? Or did your GPS finally teach you how to find success by following us?" Rick's smirk faltered for a moment before he stepped closer. "Word is, you've been poking your noses where they don't belong. Titan doesn't appreciate competition, especially from a bunch of gym bunnies with big dreams." Carla stood, her towering presence forcing Rick to take a step back. "You've got a lot to say for someone whose company's been circling the drain. Get lost before you embarrass yourself." Rick's gaze hardened. "Watch your back, Donovan. Roads get slippery this time of year." As he and his crew retreated, Linda approached Carla, her expression grim. "He's bluffing, right?" Carla's jaw tightened. "Maybe, but let's stay sharp." The next morning, the Iron Sisters convoy hit the road again, their cargo destined for a major distribution hub in Texas. For hours, the drive was uneventful, until Jess's voice crackled over the radio. "Steele, we've got a tail. Black SUV, 3 cars back." Carla checked her mirrors and spotted the vehicle. It was too close and too steady for comfort. "Stay in formation," she ordered. "Phoenix, you've got the tracker, right?" "Always," Nina replied. As the miles passed, the SUV grew bolder, weaving between lanes to stay close. Finally, it made its move, accelerating to overtake the convoy. As it passed Carla's truck, she caught a glimpse of the driver, a man she didn't recognize, and the distinct flash of a weapon on the dashboard. "They're armed," she said grimly. "Shadow, find us an exit." Jess's voice was calm. "There's a rest area 5 miles ahead. Tight turn, lots of open space. We can handle this." Carla nodded, signaling to the others. "Let's do it." The convoy pulled into the rest area, parking in a defensive formation. The SUV followed, stopping a short distance away. 2 men stepped out, their intentions clear. "Looking for us?" Maria called, stepping forward with Linda and Nina at her side. The men hesitated, clearly unprepared for the sight of 3 women built like Olympians staring them down. "We just want to talk," one of the men said, his hand resting on the weapon at his hip. "Then talk," Carla said, emerging from her cab with a tire iron in hand. The confrontation was tense but brief. It ended with the men retreating, muttering threats as they sped away. But the message was clear. Titan Freight wasn't playing fair. The Iron Sisters regrouped, piecing together what they knew. Over the next week, they discovered that Titan had been smuggling contraband in their shipments, using intimidation to keep competitors at bay. The Iron Sisters' presence and growing reputation had disrupted their operations. With the help of Jess's connections in law enforcement and Nina's technological expertise, they gathered evidence. Hidden trackers on Titan's trucks revealed the smuggling routes, and intercepted communications pointed directly to Rick Halper. It all came to a head one stormy night in Houston. The Iron Sisters coordinated with local authorities to stage a sting operation at a Titan warehouse. As the police moved in, the sisters watched from a safe distance, their trucks parked like sentinels under the flickering glow of streetlights. "We did it," Maria whispered, her voice heavy with relief. Carla nodded, her heart swelling with pride. "On our terms."